Hi everybody, so I'm making this live video to really just let you guys know why I'm single and what happened. And I just don't want you guys to be just hanging and thinking I'm still dating the same person. So we were in a 4.5 year long relationship, and it was very toxic. I would say the relationship was very toxic. And the reason we're not together is because the person, he just didn't know who he was, And hi everybody. So thank you guys for tuning in. So this live stream is going to be just on my relationship with my ex and why we didn't work out. Thank you. I'm buying my own home. Yes, GPS, it's the best. GP, it's the best. He said, congrats on buying your own home, Jared. Thank you so much. I worked really hard to be at the position. I don't have COVID, I don't think. Yeah, it's been a while. I've just been processing life and, COVID and the world and how everything has changed. But yeah, so this live video is going to be on why me and my ex didn't work. So we didn't work out. It was my first relationship, ever, a first actual relationship. So, I learned a lot in terms of how to treat another human being, what not to expect from a relationship, and what not to take. And there was just so much domestic violence, so much disrespect, belittling, families not respecting each other, people not respecting, me at least. To be quite honest, I was not respected. I was disrespected by his family. I was disrespected by him. And he walked all over me. This dude walked all over me. We bought a house together. Me, him, and his sister. And I got sick. I couldn't be on the loan. But I still paid for down payment and escrow. Him and his sister and me moved in. His sister didn't have money because she didn't plan out for this baby she was having. She chose to put her eggs in a basket on unemployment, on disability. I told her, sweetheart, nobody's ever got disability for, going into labor and taking care of a baby. I told her, you're out of your mind. You're not going to get none of those, And then she thought she was getting child support. This chick was so counting her chickens before they hatched. She thought she already had what she had, and she didn't. And I told her, no, you don't. We ended up in a situation where she couldn't pay her own mortgage. He couldn't pay his mortgage. They expected me to be that buffer and not give me any contract or any sort of tangible agreement that I live there. So I drafted an agreement, and they looked at it and then put it aside. So the reason we really broke up is because he moved this guy in. His sister's boyfriend wanted to move in, and he moved in the same day I moved out. I said, I can't live here. I don't know this guy. I've known you for 4.5 years. That's why I moved in. And you're moving this random ass stranger in that I don't know. You have a baby. It made no sense to me. And it was so ghetto. It was so ghetto, desperate. They were both so desperate to pay for their mortgage and didn't want to need me or somehow wanted an excuse to kick me out. They moved this guy in, right? And the guy moved in. I moved the fuck out. I got my shit. She told me to get the fuck out of her house if I didn't like the fact that he was moving in. The guy, my ex, told me to get the fuck out because he's capitalizing on this guy moving in, her boyfriend. And I was shocked. I was like, fuck, we've been together for 4.5 years, and you're gonna tell me to get out of your home that I couldn't get on the loan because I was sick. I literally have gastritis, I found out recently, and I've been sick. It was my house. I paid escrow. I moved in. I helped them move in and helped them buy this house, and they treat me so low. They treated me so low, and they twisted it to make it seem like I was the one who chose to leave. I didn't choose to leave. I voiced my opinion on if I wanted this guy to move in. I didn't even know this guy. I met him once, and they already want to move him in. That's how desperate they were. And it really upsets me because I really love this guy. I still care for the guy, but I loved him to my heart. Death do us part. And for him to sit there and tell me to get the fuck out of his house because he's capitalizing on this other guy, and he threw me out like a dog, and I felt like that. Like, I felt like I had no voice. I felt like I was just thrown out like a dog. And it really sucks to feel that way, because I pitched in for this home. I talked him into getting this home. He wouldn't have this home if I didn't tell him to get it. For him to throw me out because I wasn't comfortable with her boyfriend moving in. First of all, if you're watching this, Shanaz, just know that was the shittiest thing you could ever do, is to have moved that guy in. And, that's going to take me a long time to forgive, because you couldn't pay your own part. You get a house, right, and expect me and your brother to take this on because you chose to open your legs. You chose to lie. You chose to have this baby, and you chose to not have the dad in the life. For you to paint it like Blake didn't want to be in the baby's life. Blake wanted to be in the baby's life, but you pushed him away at every given point. And that's the truth. You can't. So you can sit here and cry wolf, but you're not all there. You're not all there. And I say you're not all there because nobody lies about, what you lied about. And I'm not going to say that on this video, because I'm not going to put you on blast like that, because you live with what you said, honey. You still act like a little child. You live with what you said about your baby and your stomach and all that bullshit. That's not my place to tell the world what you said. But I'm here to tell the world about what you guys did and why I broke up with my ex. And that's why we broke up, because we weren't getting along, first of all. Second of all, he don't make much money. $50,000 with a master's degree is not much money. Let's be real. And, he, talking about taking on a second job, was scared that he couldn't pay his mortgage. I'm sorry that you got a mortgage that you couldn't pay. You chose to get that mortgage. You chose to, expect your sister to be an adult. Honey, come on, play catch up. We're all adults here. We all pay rent. We all pay mortgage. We all pay our car payment. We're not all sucking on Grammy's titty over here expecting, them to pay, our parents to pay for everything. Not all of us get that privilege. I got my apartment. I got my bed. I got my furniture because I worked for all that. I work every single day, and I work really hard for my stuff. I don't expect somebody to pay my mortgage. I don't expect somebody to pay my rent. I'm just not like that. Like, I guess I was raised with a higher stature than expecting that. This was July, the 1st of July, and I'm still not over it because COVID has just paused everything. And I moved twice during a pandemic because of this. So yeah, I'm a little upset, and I just wanted to have this as my outlet, because I feel like I can't tell anybody without sounding crazy, or without sounding kind of like, what happened, like it's too much. I was thrown out. I lived on my mom's couch for 10 days because my ex didn't want to give me time to look for an apartment. So right now, this is all that happened in the past few months. But right now, I'm at the point where I'm about to buy my own house. So I'm very proud of that. But I'm also, it's a very sad moment, because now I have to look for a house by myself. When I looked for it with my ex, now I have to look for, a place to live for a long time without my ex, without a partner, by myself. I'm proud of myself that I can do it on my own. I'm proud of myself that I have this opportunity. But, you want to do it with somebody you love. And I thought that's what I had. That's why I went along with it. And that's why I talked him into getting a house. But he took advantage of a situation, rushed it. She rushed it. Because they want to live fancy. They want to live like they're rich in a $3,000 mortgage. Honey, you're 22, 23 years old. You're 25 years old. You can have that when you're 30, when you're 35. You start out small and then you grow. They didn't understand that concept. They couldn't conceptualize that they wanted to be young and rich. Which, go ahead. You want to be broke? You want to be young and broke and not have any money to travel or do anything? That's your choice. That's what you chose. And, I'm so taken by the whole situation. So I just had to come out here and, it's snowing outside. So I literally just had to come out here and let you guys know why I've kind of been just really in my mind and really in my emotions. Because I have to process all of this that happened, you know, becoming single, my ex sleeping around with guys already, trying to move on, trying to go on dates. I can't go on dates right now because I can't move on that fast. I still love my partner and I love what we had and the little love that we had left. And, you know, for him to move on so fast and do all this other stuff, I'm so hurt right now. And just COVID and everything really is compounding my emotions. So I hope this kind of let you guys see what I've been going through because it sucks. But I'm just so proud that I'm at the point where I can buy a house, where I can do this on my own. So am I happy? I would say kind of not, because I was supposed to be living with my boyfriend and my dog and his sister and her baby and, you know, have a family, and they chose to kick me out. He chose to let me leave. He let me leave without any hesitation. And for that, I would never forgive you. For a long time, Rory, if you're listening to this, if you ever hear this, Shanas, Rory, just know that what you guys did, I wouldn't have done to my worst enemy. And yeah, I'm strong. And all of this is supposed to happen. You know, him kick me out, her kick me out, me get my own house. How weird, huh? This whole year's panned out. But just know that my love, it was real. And, you know, I might have been mean to you, mean to what happened, or mean to you, like, in a way to our relationship. But my love is real. I talked you into getting a house. I'm buying my own house. And, you know, I'm sad about it all because it shouldn't have happened this way. And thank you guys for listening. I'll be uploading new videos soon. It's snowing outside, and I just wanted to let this out. Thank you guys for watching.